allow me to bore you with a few rambling thoughts. And the rambling thoughts in question are about something that I heard recently in responses to a video. And in this particular case it was about Islam, but that doesn't actually matter. It is a sentiment that counts and that I want to address. So even though I'm going to use Islam as an example here, this is not just about Islam. This is about any similar way of doing things, okay? In this example, the person was extolling the virtues of Islam, and they were saying, well, Islam does not care about race or background. If you embrace Islam, you become part of a big family, and it doesn't matter whether you're black or white or green with orange stripes for that matter. The thing is, what this person doesn't appear to realize is that immediately that draws a new line of separation. It draws a separate line of separation between those people, regardless of what color they might be, who have embraced Islam, and those people who have not embraced Islam. And it still is a way of segregating people between Islamists and non-Islamists, or Christians and non-Christians, communists and non-communists, capitalists and bloody commies, whatever. So I responded in one of these comments and I said, what makes us brothers in one sense is that we are all human beings, and that is the tie that binds us together. What we might believe in is of course important, but it should not be a reason to segregate us from each other. And segregating people on the basis of color or belief or political affiliation or any other such a distinguishing feature is plain and simply wrong. I also looked at a video in which people commented about acts of war and aggression, and I would like to investigate what actually allows us to perpetrate acts of war and aggression. And it is plain and simple. It is again this method of ignoring individuals and separating people into groups. Once you've done that, you get to the position where all the people in your little group are family, and all the people outside the group are all the same. So, if an American commits an atrocity in a suburb of Baghdad, in the mind of the person perpetrating this particular fallacy, it is perfectly okay to strap bombs around their waist, walk into a market square where there happen to be a few Americans, and blow themselves up because Americans did this to us, therefore we must attack Americans. How retarded is that? When you have a gripe with what somebody has done to you, you need to take that gripe up with the person who's done it to you, not with somebody else who you feel represents a group of which the other person is a part. That's not how it works, folks. But that is exactly why people go to war. People go to war because they feel they're attacking the people who've done them a real or imagined wrong, and they don't care who they're going to hurt in the process, because it is all that one big amorphous group of evil people that are attacking anyway. That is how we can justify sending bombers to Iraq, dropping devices on whoever happens to be out there, because they're all terrorists anyway, aren't they? That's how we can justify strapping bombs to us and walking into market squares in Israel, because they're all Jews. They're all the same, aren't they? This is preposterous. And this is exactly why things are in the mess that they are. Because people cannot see the individuals. They only see groups. They only see groups, and then it's a matter of, am I part of this group or am I not part of this group? And if I'm not part of this group, I hate you. Wake up, people. We are all human beings. Whether you like us or not, we are human beings. And if I have never lifted a finger to hurt anybody who you consider a brother or a sister, please do not point your finger at me and blame me for it. People who've done that do not perpetrate acts of violence or war in my name. They do not speak for me. They do not act for me. I detest any violence like that, and I disown it, and I unconditionally and unequivocally condemn it for the evil barbarity that it is. There's absolutely no excuse for it. But therefore there's also absolutely no excuse for you to tar me with the same brush as somebody else with whom you might have a gripe. If you want to respond to me about any of my beliefs or any of my opinions, you can respond to me about my opinions. Things that I have said. I don't care the slightest little bit about what anybody else who might label themselves with a label that I am using for me has said. Address them, not me.